Okay, so we just finished another mission. Um, it's on November 10th, the day before Remembrance Day. So I thought my book was ready, but it's not ready. I think there's a 7-day grace period I gotta wait. So I uploaded it Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It might be ready Wednesday. So this is the last time that I'll be entertaining, the concept of playing around with the, crystal meth, because I'm getting really no information or epiphanies from it, but well, I got this one here. So, I theorize if I'm air, the way to exercise is probably using a bike because my feet aren't touching the ground. So I have to go for like a 22-minute bike ride to get my exercise in instead of doing a 22-minute run. So I'm going to try that for a bit and see what happens because the last time I ran for 2 months, doing my stuff, I went nowhere. You would think after running 2 months of consistently and not doing anything bad that when I fell off the wagon that I'd have a lot of strength to endure the badness that I had to do, but I didn't. I didn't have a lot of strength. So because I didn't have a lot of strength to endure the trials and tribulations of spiritual warfare, I was killing myself. I'm going to try this for a bit. I may do both. I'll do, what am I going to do here? I would say I would do stretches because those seem like a female exercise, and then go for a bike ride. And then I'll do crunches and push-ups because those seem like male exercises. And then I'll go for a run. I'm going to try that. I mean, that's 5 things, right? There's 3 on here. So I'll have to do stretches, crunches, push-ups, a 22-minute bike ride, and a 22-minute run. That's 5 things on there. That number is significant because it's like Maroon 5 or 5 Alive. Meaning, I should be able to resurrect the spirits that I've locked away from my spiritual warfare tactics. That's what 5 Alive means. Now, the Maroon 5, that's the dangerous part. It's a gamble. Because right now I'm not straight. It takes 2 months for the chemicals to leave my body. So I don't think I should start exercising until December 10th, January 10th. But there's always a chance that the spirits that I've tainted with sin could be harboring that sin. And if mother becomes pregnant, her spirit may contribute to the reason why we could perish in a black hole. So I'm going to do the exercises. I'm just going to say 5 Alive, and then I'm going to, what's that damn thing again? Maroon 5. So I would assume we're going to maroon like the bad people, but that's not the case. Because when I went for the bike ride to get the stuff yesterday, I stopped in front of the Remembrance Day Cenotaph, and they have a Every Child Matters thing there, and there was a one here, and then a 0, and then a 0, and then another 0, and then a 2 over here. So it's like 10,002. That's pretty close to what grandmother wants. She wants 1,001. That's how she wants the this life cycle to end. But because it says 1,002, that tells me that we're heading for trouble. It means that, I don't think she wants a war. I don't think she wants me to get these spaceships and wage war against anybody. I think she wants me to try to settle it diplomatically. That's why she got me to go get the dope, so I could see that sign yesterday. Because in her mind, she wants this to end on the 1,001th life and get everyone to come back home, which is going to take 3,000 years for everyone to do the required healing process and turn good so that we can all make it to paradise together. That's the real reason why she got me to get this stuff. So, I thought you guys might like to hear that. You on planet Earth, the imposters. So, new plan. We're not waging war against your home worlds. We're going to try to bring everyone back to the family so that we can complete grandmother's vision of having 1,001 lives. Everyone makes it home alive through love. So, now the 1,002, I could tell with the 1,002, she's like, she doesn't want a repeat. She wants the kids to all come home this life. So, that's a new update. So when you guys watch this, just know that, if these clowns come around here pretending to be the good guys, or, they launch a tape or whatever, just know that we have to talk to them diplomatically and say, hey man, we know who the hell you are. You're just an imposter here to run down that guy's name over there. But we have a message from grandmother that, she wants everyone to come back home peacefully. So can you please put down your propaganda bullshit and, chillax, maybe have a cup of tea and talk this out peacefully so that we can all come to an agreement to work on ourselves. So that's the second epiphany. So then I had this one back here. Oh, these guys got me to move all kinds of stuff out. I had the bed back here. I was working back here, and I was laying around down there. I was looking at this thing on the wall here. So this here is the important part. So I see the soul there, but there's negative, negative, negative. There's three negative. Right in there. There's three. If you see the number 3, there's 3. So it means like I have I basically have three fire quarks inside of my soul particle. So so if you want to look at this drawing here, if that's an atom, that should be a earth neutron, air neutron, water neutron, and fire electron. Basically, if that air one is mine, air neutron, then what they've done is they've teleported a fire electron here, and a fire electron here, and a fire electron here. I basically have 3 people's consciousness in my body because they're trying to displace that one there to put me to sleep. So I theorize because these are negative, it means they're fire souls. So 1, 2, 3. I got these 3 particles in here. So the only way to eject them out of there is to do the purification ceremony, building the muscle and exercise daily, eating healthy. I mean, these guys have me believing I'm the bad guy. I mean, likely story. They're very good at what they do, like the manipulation tactics. They have me believing I'm the bad guy, and it's theoretically possible, but maybe that's why I didn't. Maybe that's why I didn't, level up when I did my exercises, because I was running, but basically had these 3 fire guys inside of me, which isn't really helping me. So Anyhow, that might need some reflection, like because of the air. Perhaps when I go for my my bike ride after my exercises, I'll do the 3 exercises, then the bike ride, come back, then go for a run, and see if that helps. You know, over time I might be able to inject these guys out onto my body. And when I become 100% muscular, I'll have all my elements back. So that's the third epiphany, that I got 3 fire electrons inside of me. The fourth epiphany is this one here. Q, that's me, because that's up in Star Trek. Q are these super omnipotent supreme beings in the Star Trek universe. So they call themselves the Q. So it's like, Q, or Anthony, you arc. The arc is, it can mean many things. It means that I could be responsible for creating the electrical black hole by myself, by not exercising and purifying myself in time for the CERN to shut down the reactor and all the other particle accelerators they got hidden out there, because those things will get swallowed up by the UFOs. So if I don't hurry up and do the purification, that's what could bring an end to our existence. It may not be mother and her pregnancy. That may all be smoke and mirrors. And Jaden, if you're already with child or already have a child, please just disregard all that panic talk in the book. There was a clue at China 8 in Port Elgin. It's a Chinese restaurant. Anyways, it says dragon family, happy, phoenix. Because you're the dragon, I guess you have a family and you're happy. Then it says phoenix. Well, what is a phoenix? The phoenix means rising out of ashes, like a new person. So who's that new person? I don't necessarily know if you're happy because you've been, evil has gotten rid of you somehow. And now it's my duty to go out and look for you, find you, wherever you may be. Like if they de-atomize you, then I gotta go find you that way. If you're reincarnated, because Sherry was the creator, passed away, then you passed away, and then you reincarnated as somebody else, like Leia. No. That's a whole different story for another day. So that's what we're looking at. So, the pregnancy thing could be just the smoke and mirrors to get me to think that it's Jaden. But meanwhile, it's me. For all I know, if I had gotten more stuff last night, like I had planned to, I'd still be getting high right now. And then I'd probably have another orgasm later tonight. And that second orgasm might be the one that brings the black hole. So I only climax because I like gambling, right? So this is the hand. I used the full hand, which I shouldn't do, but this is like this is fire, this is air, this is water, this is earth, and this is spirit. So when you put the 5 of them together, it's like electricity, which is not a good thing. That's why they're trying to get me to create an arc, like an electric arc. So Q, you arc, electric arc. But there's a particular scene on Thor Awakens His Power, where the goddess of death has she has his arm down like that, and there's scissors over it, like right there on the wrist. There's scissors on it. This is valiant effort, but you never stood a chance. So the scissors on the hand represents Eminem, because he does a song "Not Afraid," where he says, "Quit playing with scissors." So That's basically me playing with the right hand, playing with scissors, because you never know when you could trip and fall and hurt yourself. And those scissors are connected to a particular scene in The Dead Zone with Christopher Walken, where he can see the future. That particular scene, the one guy, he's a murderer, and he commits suicide by shoving scissors up his nose. So it means stop playing with the dead zone, or scissors, or you want to think of it as evil spirits. Stop playing with the evil spirits, or you're going to end up committing suicide, because you're going to create a black hole because of the electricity that flows down your spinal cord, because you have all the elements. So, well, they said it was the fourth epiphany. So, cue you electric arc. So, it may not be you, Jaden. You may not be the one responsible for creating a black hole. I may be. So, if you have a child, or you're with child, just take that with a grain of salt. Now, the other one is cue you arc, like Noah's Ark. So, I didn't think that guy would be foolish enough to teleport into my body, but he probably has. He's probably the one, pulling all the strings, getting me to do all this spiritual warfare stuff, so that he could create a black hole. Probably by getting me to climax today, I could have. Or maybe, if I had gotten more dope, I might have, in the future, created a black hole. As it is now, my spirits that I'm working with, such as my stepdaughter, because that's why I'm in that room there, I guess she got me to get the, get the ceremony on in here so I could see that stuff on the wall. So, if that guy's inside of me, he's trying to take me over and kill me. So, that's meaning 2. Meaning 3 is arc. Like, if I have killed a lot of spirits, the spirits are inside of me. That's what the Final Fantasy, the spirits within me, means. This Final Fantasy I did at 14. I went back to Teenland. The Princess Leia, and that's the Final Fantasy. And because I went to Teenland, and there's a lot of electricity there, there could have been a shift of power. There could have been some spirits that are brought into, that are, bad or alive or killed or whatever. So, Final Fantasy, the spirits within me, and there's spirits inside of me because of my Final Fantasy that I did in my electric hand here. Because the goddess of death is, trying to get rid of me, trying to get rid of all creation by using me as a weapon. That's what this is all about, folks. It's not because I'm a bad person. My strings are being manipulated too. I'm being manipulated by an evil soul inside of me. The guy who fabricated theology. I'm being manipulated by evil spirits that live inside a computer in my brain, and that computer all it has to do is think to get me to do something, and then the spirits have to think to get the computer to do something. So they're very manipulative. So it's not me as a bad person. You gotta know that I'm being pulled like a puppet too, and it's up to me to decide when to snip my strings. So I think that's the 5th or 6th meaning. And then there's one more up here. So this is the fire. I should say fire electron. But you see how it says it's positive there? That's that last climax I had to Teenland. with this hand because I'm on the crystal meth. You're not supposed to orgasm on anything like that because that stuff is like 5 times more powerful than the human climax. You know, it releases 1,500 units of dopamine, whereas a regular climax for a male releases 250 units. So it's like I'm having a climax that's 6 times as strong. Not to mention with all the elements here, it's like I could shock all those spirits, you know, to put them to sleep. So the reason why I climaxed is because I thought, you know, I could use the health. I thought maybe the health might, you know, fix me a little bit. And then I could go for my exercises. Or that, you know, these guys have me believing that I have to, you know, I have to bring on the spirits that are teenagers and the spirits that are adults and the spirits that are elders. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that risk. So I try not to, you know. So, the fire proton has a message there too. This is from language. They call that proto-world language, which means like the world at one time had one language. Proto-world, they call it proto-world, where you know, we all share the same words like aqua or that's the only one I know, aqua. No, there's like 5 or 6 words that we all share the same words. So that's called proto-world. So this is a direction. It means north. That's where the elders reside. So that means fire, proto-world, or proto-world, or fire world north, fire world north. Now, that particular proto-world language, I use that in my studies. It's not in the book, but when they constructed this place, they brought children from all around the 1,400 planets in the Milky Way. Children like, you know, 5 years old. And they just dropped them off here and there and everywhere. And they were adopted by the humanoids that were here, like the Neanderthals and the Cro-Magnon man and Homo sapiens. So these were human children, and they were 5 years old, and they were just brought here and dropped off here as part of this prison plan. So the reason why there's only like 5 words that the world shares in proto-world language is because those 5-year-old kids that were brought here to see life here, they were in the beginning stages of learning Anishinaabeg language. And every single child that was brought here, I don't know how many were brought here, probably 144,000 more likely, were beginning to learn words. So every kid that was brought here, Native American, white, black, Asian, they all learned those proto-world language words. That's why those words exist. So, fire, proto-world, north means fire, children, north. And that's what the bad guys are doing. You know, the bad guys are, you know, they're, how do I put it they're manipulating the process to try to, you know, hurt creation somehow, somewhere. You know, they built those damn robots, or those humans with a neural link in the brain that, you know, are imperfect specimens. This is put that way. You know, they're clowns. You know, They like, these are, I'll just say it straight, they're androids that are attracted to kids. And inside the android, there's dopamine, there's spirits inside those androids. And when those spirits are being subjected to those androids climaxing as, kids, it throws the all creation out of whack. So, you got those guys who are basically the Fire Nation, right? Because this is the Fire Nation that started everything. They theorized that by taking over creation and creating these damn robots that they could take over creation by harming it with the nastiness of what the robot people are doing, thinking that they could kill the dopamine in the brain and harm creation. So that's what that means. Fire Proto World North, meaning those pedophile androids, they're trying to kill my spirit and they're trying to kill Mother's spirit because we're the elders. We're in the north. That's their plan. That's what they came up with. Yeah. They theorized that they could create, pedophile androids or humans with neural links in them and get them to climax, as kids and hurt the dopamine in our brains because that's the center of all creation. If they hurt the dopamine in the brains, they're basically hurting the elders, which is what the north direction is. So that's what that fire proton means. Fire proto world. So, how do we stop that? Well, we got a grandmother's new plan. And if I didn't go get the dope, I wouldn't have seen that she wants reconciliation. She wants everyone to get out of this alive on the 1001th life. But you guys don't seem to believe that, this is your 1001 life. You seem to think it's your first life. It isn't. I don't think we've told you this story. It took 666 lives to create a perfect universe. And then after the universe is created, on the 667th life, that's when evil rose up in creation, or jealousy. After 1.4 million years and creating 1,400 planets, that's when the evil grandmother rose up and decided to take over creation and launch this crazy plan. So, from the 667th life to 668th life, you guys have all, we've all lived a billion years to create the universe, and then 1.4 million years to create all the planets, and then 200,000 years of evil being in control, and then us creating this planet, or you sticking us on this planet here, and then me living 10 lives here, and then dying on the 10th life, and then rewinding time again back to the beginning of creation and doing it all over again. So that's like 335 lives that we've all lived, where we've all did the same lives that you've all lived. Just think of that as being done over 335 times. That's the same with me. Although I don't remember my 9 lives, but on the 10th life, if I pass on, or if anything bad happens, Grandma's gonna erase time and get rid of everyone again and go back, because she doesn't want me waging war on the kids. She doesn't want me hurting you guys. She wants you guys to come back home. So if she has to get rid of everyone so that we could do this all over again, that means creating, it'll take 1 billion years to create the universe, 1.4 million years to create 1,400 planets, and then 200,000 years for evil to rise up, and then me to, live, die, repeat for 9 lives, and on the 10th life, tell you guys about, Ragnarok and Mother's plan to bring you home on the 1002 life. That's her plan. She's letting me know up front that don't let that happen, because she wants everyone to be happy. She's put too much time and effort into this. She doesn't want failure. So I respect her. I respect what she wants. So I do everything in my power to make sure that she, she gets what she wants. Is everyone happy in the universe, living as one big happy family, so that we can get over this hurdle, put it behind us forever, and learn from it as a mistake of what not to do. So. If you don't want her to erase everything from existence, help me out here. I believe she's safe in the other universe, the elemental universe, and she can control time from there and just rewind everything back to the beginning. Because even if she's losing a bit of strength because of the bad guys trying to hurt her with the pedophile androids, hurting the dopamine, she's still got a whole universe of good people in there who make love every day. They're not bad. So in those people's brains, that's where she sits as dopamine. So I know she's safe in there. The people out here, they're a different kind of dopamine, but the people in the elemental universe, yeah, she's safe in there, man. So if you guys don't want to be erased from existence, I suggest you listen up, man, and help me out to achieve grandmother's vision. Because I guess if I raise my war gun to you guys, she's going to erase time, so I can't do that. Despite how much I want to get rid of you guys, I have a big heart. I love everybody, If you watch my videos at the beginning of the Vision Quest, I loved evil for like the first 4 years, then got mad at them for 2 or 3 years, and then now this past year, I've loved them again. It's only been about, 3-4 months since I've hated them. Like, I'd say the beginning of summertime, June, I'd say. That's when I started hating them. So June, July, August, September, October. It's only been 5 months that I've, been upset with them. But now, I got to put that aside. I can't carry that anger with me. That's a seventh epiphany. How am I supposed to, build this muscle tissue here and heal myself when I'm carrying anger around inside of me? I can't do that. I have to be like Jesus. I have to choose to be one way or the other way. And I remember saying that before to these guys, the bad guys. I say, man, you guys keep getting me upset. I keep getting mad at you on these videos, calling you this, calling you that, and then I have to purify myself with those rantings and ravings. So, one of these days you might see that video. So, I guess that's her other way of trying to help me out here, because I can't save creation if I'm gonna wear that warmonger's hat or hateful hat or spiteful hat. So I have to put on the Jesus hat, turn the other cheek, and love everybody. So when it comes time to start slinging mud my way, please don't ruffle my feathers, man. I'm trying to, be a better man so that I can help everybody here. Don't make me angry, in other words. You wouldn't like it when I'm angry. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry. But you will. When you read that book there, you'll see all the anger that I carry. So when you read that other book, just disregard it. The anger in there. When you read this other book about the military strategy, about trying to, wage war against these guys trying to take over creation, you got to disregard it. We all got to get on the same page for when they come over here and say, hey, welcome to the Ever Forum. Did you hear? Grandma wants us all back. So smarten up.